Hey guys, welcome back to Honesty's channel. So today we're going to be talking about being 35 weeks pregnant. I am currently 35 weeks pregnant with my son, Henry Joseph Ralston. This is my second child, first boy. So how baby bump is progressing. I can be going into an early labor at any point now, but hopefully we will just have full-term baby. I did finally hear back from my surgeon, so we'll talk about that as well. I did not get my requested date of the 24th, so we will be having our son on the 21st, the day after our daughter's birthday. So Ariana's 5th birthday is going to be October 20th, and then Henry's going to be born October 21st. We have to be at the hospital at 7 a.m. He's going to be born at 8:50 a.m. is when we are having our scheduled cesarean C-section surgery. And my husband and I are going to be in the operating room, and then have a couple hours of recovery before people can visit us in the room that we are going to be staying in for the next couple of days, so 2 to 4 days. Hopefully we can be released after 2 or 3 days, but we'll see. I was in the hospital for 4 days with our daughter Ariana. And that's if everything goes as planned and I don't go into labor early. So currently 35 weeks pregnant, and we've just had a really busy past couple weeks. So I am filming this a little late. Usually I do it in the beginning of the weeks, but the past 2 weeks have been hectic. So 35 weeks pregnant. We are in our 3rd trimester. Our baby is now about the size of a honeydew melon, about 18 1/4 inches, and now weighing in about 5 1/4 pounds. So he just like keeps gaining weight every week. So we have 5 more weeks to go until I am 40 weeks pregnant. But since the cesarean is going to be scheduled for the 21st, we have less than a month. So less than 4 weeks to go in reality. Currently in our 8th month. So most babies have settled into the head down position by this point. Now, a couple months ago, when we did the 3D ultrasound, the third and last ultrasound for the 3rd trimester, in the beginning of the 3rd trimester, Henry was in the right position. He was head down, feet up, and just last week he decided to go breech. So that's fine since we're having a C-section anyway. It's not a worry. With my daughter, she was breech as well, which means they're just sitting up straight instead of head down. And so that's why I had to have the C-section with her. But I opted to have another C-section, a repeat C-section with Henry, because everything went smoothly, and it's pretty much a painless procedure. I mean, I will feel some pressure, but nothing like pushing for hours. So the whole surgery is only going to take about 30 to 40 minutes, and it actually only feels like 5 minutes. Like when I had the surgery with our daughter, I didn't even know that it had began, and it was already over. So, and I'm going to have my husband there holding my hand, and my anesthesiologist behind my head. In the whole room, the surgeon and medical assistants are going to be there. So I have a great support team. And then my mother is going to be there with my daughter waiting to visit us. And we have all of our family is going to, on mine and his side, be visiting, I'm sure, like hours later or within the next couple days when we are cooped up in the hospital. And I requested that my husband stay in the hospital room with me the entire time that we're there. So for about 2 to 4 days. And then he will just be in the bed next to me and our son. So, yeah, Henry went breech, but that's okay because with a cesarean, it doesn't really matter. They just don't want to give vaginal births to breech babies because it's harder to pull foot first instead of head first out of the vagina. So, my doctors and surgeon aren't really concerned. Now, if you are really planning on having a vaginal birth and your baby goes breech, there are ways like to try to move the baby, and they'll like press on your tummy and move. I tried that with our daughter, and really, honestly, that is very painful. They're like pushing and trying to move the baby. Sometimes it works. It didn't work with my baby. And we're not even going to try it this time because I already know that I want to have a repeat C-section. So we'll skip that pain. Or you could just like lay upside down, and there's different ways that you can try to make your baby turn, but it's really up to the baby inside of you. Now it says here for 35 weeks pregnant, sleep can be elusive now. And find some tips on how to relax or get comfortable in bed. But that is like, it's funny because it's really difficult and not easy at all to get any sleep, especially when you have all these symptoms like heartburn, morning sickness, fatigue. I mean, you can feel like I'm tired all the time, but I just can't get any sleep because whenever I'm in the laying position, I start getting really bad heartburn and start drooling, all this excessive saliva, and then I have to puke, and I'm really sick. So sometimes I find it helpful to like sit in my love seat or my rocking chair in an upright position, and then I'm able to sleep sitting up. Because I try to sleep laying down, and it's just really difficult. I mean, I'm like very nauseous, and if I don't like puke before bedtime and I try to lay down, I'll have to get up a couple times and just be sick until I do just spew it all up, and then maybe I'm able to get a couple hours of sleep. But if not, and I'm waking up like every hour just to like try to calm down my heartburn and my burning throat. And it's getting really harder to breathe too, like on and off. During the past few weeks, I feel like I have a weight on my throat, and it's just, there's not much room for the baby left, and he's pushing on everything, all my organs. So, making it really difficult. I'm pretty ready to have this baby come out of me. But we're going to hopefully get through the next 4 weeks. Less than 4 weeks. Today's September 24th, and he's going to be born on the 21st of October. So, just a little less than a month, and we will have our baby out of mommy's tummy and in our arms. So, the amniotic fluid is now receding for baby development. By this time, the baby's floating in about a quart of amniotic fluid and will now gradually decrease until we give birth. My doctor says that I have a lot of fluid around the baby, and I'm like, is that a bad thing? And he's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, well, am I causing it by drinking a lot of milk and water, like drinking a lot of liquids? And he said, scientifically, it's not causing it, medically speaking, but it could be contributing to it. So that's a yes and no answer. And then for physical development, mostly done. It is all mostly done. His kidneys are fully developed now, and the liver can process some waste products. Most of his basic physical development is now complete, and he'll be spending the next few weeks just putting on weight, and he is ready to come out of the oven. Now, with 34 weeks, that was last week, he was able to see his first color, the red tone of the inside of my uterus, so that's pretty cool too. All of his senses work: smell, taste, sight, hearing, perceiving colors. Like, it's amazing how he is completely developed, and now just needs to gain a couple more pounds. He's about a little over 5 pounds now, and we're hoping he'll be born at a healthy weight, like around 7 pounds. So, but maybe, I feel like I don't need a heavier baby than 7 pounds, but at the most 9, but I really doubt that he's going to be a 9-pounder. My doctor a few weeks ago asked, like, do you think this baby's going to be bigger than your last? Because mothers usually have mother intuition, and they just, like, are pretty dead on about guesstimating. But I'm like, I think that he's going to be around the same size as our daughter. So we'll see. And I will let you know when he is born. We're going to talk to the hospital. We already did our hospital tour, but we're going to ask if we can do some filming. They probably won't let us film in the cesarean room, but they'll let us film like before and after. So that will be cool. You guys can see on my channel and my pregnancy vlog us in the hospital, and we will introduce Henry to the world and all of YouTubers.